One of the most common questions I get from people that I've helped over the last 15 years selling real estate in foreign markets are, should I rent before I buy? And the short answer is absolutely yes, 100% of the time. Here's what's important. When you are in your local market, so whether you're from Dallas, you're from Toronto, or you're from Phoenix, you know the city. You know it well, you know the neighborhoods, you've probably been living there your entire life, so it could be 20 years, could be 30 years, etc. When you come to a new market, to a new city, you just don't know where you're living. You just don't know what neighborhoods are going to appeal to you. You may want to be here in Centro. Now in Centro, you're going to be surrounded by traffic, cars, noise. You definitely have the views. Here's the Parroquia right here. But you're also going to run into situations where it might be a little bit too noisy for you. And this is the reason why I'm recording this video here in the city, because you're going to hear the camion or the bus come by if you live just over here. And that may not bother you. Be like, okay, I like the route. I like to be here with the buses. I don't mind 2 buses even coming along here. Not a big deal. Hopefully you can still hear me. But here's the challenge. If you're susceptible to noise, if you want peace and quiet, Centro may not be here, may not be the right place for you. That's why I always recommend people to rent first, because you can rent in this particular area in Centro. You can live on the south part of Centro. You can live in the north part of Centro. You can live in Guadalupe. You can live all in this particular area in the city. And once you've been here for a few months, then you can determine, well, you know what? I don't mind the noise too much. Who cares? It's not a big deal. I like the fact that I can walk everywhere. I like the fact that there are buses and I can grab the bus and go anywhere that I want. And then after that, you can rent in other parts of the city. You can go to balcones. You can go to other peripheries of San Miguel, where you then get to experience life very differently. And that's the difference between renting. And this is what I always recommend. So the next question may be, well, how long do I rent for? Well, that's typically up to you. But my strong recommendation is that you rent for at least 3 months. 3 months in each particular neighborhood. It could be 2 months. Sometimes it's enough people to rent for a week, and then they're like, yeah, I totally do not want to live in this kind of experience. I don't want to live with all of this noise. If you want a little bit more nature, then you can rent outside. You can rent on the golf course in Malanquín or Ventanas. It's completely up to you. But what's important is that you're able to live and you rent in a neighborhood so that you can really get a feel of what it's like in that particular neighborhood. Because then there's the next level, right? So if you've rented in Centro, you're like, I like being in Centro. I like being access to everything. I like being access to different restaurants and bars and cafes, be able to walk everywhere. And then the next question is going to be, well, okay, what area in Centro do I really want to be? Which neighborhood? Do I want to be in San Antonio? Do I want to be in Guadalupe? Do I want to be in a different part? Do I want to be closer to the Parroquia? Do I want to be further away from the Parroquia? Do I want to be more Mexican neighborhood? Do I really want to be in a more gentrified area? And that's when you can pick and choose which areas in Centro first. Once you've rented in Centro and you know which area or areas that you really like, then you can focus on where am I going to invest and where am I going to buy. And this is where I come into play. My role is to provide you the guidance and the necessary recommendations on which areas work best when it comes to your lifestyle goals. If you say to me, oh, this is where I want to live on the outskirts, I'm not going to show you houses. I'm not going to bring you to places in Centro that don't make sense unless I feel that it's a very quiet pocket, which there are many within Centro. It's just a matter of finding them and looking for them with the right agent. If you are looking to investigate different neighborhoods, if you want to rent first, that's okay too. I'm happy to connect to you and also make recommendations on what areas make sense to rent. And then we can go and search and look for different areas. So when you are ready, you are ready. Look for my information in the description below or visit MikeFinelli.com, and I'm happy to help you on your journey. Thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this video, and we'll see you on the next one.